Welcome to exam zone 247. Today's topic is syllogism. See students, whether it be SBI, IBPS or RRB, syllogism is one topic which is always asked. It is never missed in any reasoning session. It is easy 3 to 5 marks in your pocket if you prepare thoroughly for it. So I request you to please master this topic and don't keep this topic in option. Okay, don't skip this topic. Why many exams ask this topic is because see, bank exam not only test your intelligence, okay, they also test your speed. How speedily can you solve a particular topic. Now I will tell you why this why this particular topic should not be skipped and why this topic is always asked in exam. They want to check how is the logical reasoning of the student, whether he is able to connect facts and how he performs under pressure, and syllogism gives them the perfect way to test it. Okay, so always remember, syllogism is one topic which cannot be missed. Now I will tell you that in this video what are we going to cover. We will cover the basics. You will be able to draw the Venn diagram based on these statements. You will be able to connect the facts. We will also go through the either or type of conditions, and also we will take examples for each topic with question and answers. Okay, so let us begin. First we will see the type of statements. First is universal affirmative, which is all type of statements. You must have read in exams all A or B. So when it is given, this is the Venn diagram, all A or B, right? This is what you draw when you look at this type of statement. Okay, the next one is universal negative, that is no. The no type of statement is fairly clear that there is absolutely no relationship between A and B, right? This is what you draw. The next is particular affirmative, that is some. In some, this is what you draw, some A or B, and this is the portion which you show in common. Particular negative means some not, that in A there are some which are not B. Okay, this is what you draw. So these are the 4 typical statements which are asked in exam, and this is the Venn diagram which you should draw when the statements are given, right? I hope this much is clear. This is the basics. Now I will go into a little depth in the next slide. Okay, so you will be able to grasp the topic in deeper level. Okay, let's come to the universal affirmative statement, that is all A or B. So when you read this statement, you will draw all A, this is A and this is B. Okay, when you are drawing this statement based on this, what are you actually telling is all A is inside B. But does this really mean, this statement really mean is A inside B? So I would like to tell you that this statement simply means A is a part of B. This doesn't mean A is inside B. No. Okay, so this is what you believe and this is what you draw. Then I'll like to tell you that it's not the actual meaning. It means that A is a part of B. Now how much part of A is B is what you assume. This part is what you assume, that oh, this is A and this is B, so all A are inside B. That means this statement is true. But I will tell you, when you understand it in this way, that A is a part of B and how much part of A is B, this will give rise to a new possibility that maybe all A are B, like this. Okay, when you see the statements that all A are B and the quantity of A and B is equal, still this statement is true. That means for this statement there are two possibilities. One is all A are B, that means you have taken this part, and all A are equal B. I'll show it like this so you'll be able to understand. So when you read this statement, you understand one point, that this is the initial diagram which you will definitely draw, but this is the uncertain statement. It can create more than one possibilities. Okay, now let's look at the universal negative statement, that is no A is B. Now consider this as A and B. This statement clearly states there is no relation whatsoever between A and B. Note this, that this is a certain statement. That means there is no other possibility. This is the one and only diagram you can draw when you encounter this case. Okay? Good. Okay. Now let us look at the particular affirmative statements. Let me tell you, particular affirmative statements are uncertain statements. That means it will always give you more than one diagram, that is more than one possibilities, as you can see here. Now let us see with the statement some A or B. When you read this in exam, you will definitely draw this is A, this is B, and this is the relation of sum. Here you can say these are the sum part of A which are B. When I say some A or B, that means at least one unit of A is B. Because you wanted to show some relation, we have to show at least one part of A which it should share with B. I will tell you it with an example so you will be much more clearer. Now here are some students are athletes. Now consider these are 100 students. Okay, these are 100 students in A and these are 100 athletes. Now some students are athletes, so this part here which they have shared, to show this statement as true, some students are athletes, you have to show at least one student which is athlete. Then only this statement will be true, that some students are athlete. Yes, they share, and this is the one which is student and which is also athlete. Now this possibility that only this much part you have taken is not defined anywhere. You know that at least one should be there, but there is no limit as to how much it should be there. Now you can tell out of this at least one student should be there. So I can even extend this and say, oh no, 20 students should be there or 30 students should be there. You can take it up to the maximum level, and when you take it and stretch it up to the maximum level, you will get a new possible diagram which is this, where students and athletes are equal, and still this statement is true. Okay, so in particular affirmative there are uncertain possibilities where this statement is also true and this statement is also true. This is the basic statement which you will draw when you read this statement, but you also have to understand that this is also a possible diagram. Okay, let us look at the particular negative. Here these statements are always uncertain. That means it has more than one possibilities. Let us look at the first and the basic possibility, some A or not B. Now we will consider this as A and this is B. Accordingly, when I tell you to draw some A or not B, you will draw and circle some part of A and tell that these are not B. Okay, this is how you will draw. Now, as I told you earlier, some means at least one. Okay, at least one. At least one A or not B. That means definitely for sure you know that some part of A is not B. Okay, now I'll tell you it with an example. Some birds are not parrots. Okay, now let us say there are birds. Let us say there are 5 birds here. Okay, and let us say there are 5 parrots here. Now I am telling that some birds are not parrots and there is one bird here. Okay, and I am telling that this one bird is not parrot. Okay, now does this mean that the remaining 4 birds are parrots? What you will say? I don't know, I can't say. That means you are uncertain. Okay, but you know one thing for sure, that at least one bird is not parrot. That much you know. And as I told you previously, this sum is nowhere defined anywhere. Okay, so when you don't know, there is a possibility that you can extend this. Okay, and when you extend this, it will give you rise to a new possibility and a new diagram where you can say that even nothing of A and B is in common. That means no A or B. This is also one of the possibility which can be derived from this statement. Now, why I am telling you about the possibilities is, when you solve examples, there are many times you will come under some circumstances where you will say, okay, this is definitely right, but this I can't say, this I can't say. So when you are coming across this can't say types of situations, these are nothing but these situations when you can draw more than one diagram and you know there are many possibilities. Okay, so that is why clearing this topic was important. Now we will jump on to the problems where your more doubts will be cleared. Okay, now let us start with examples. We will first make the Venn diagram according to the statements. Okay, I hope everybody will agree, and this is how you make the Venn diagram. Now let us proceed with the conclusions. See, some books are pages. So there are some books which are pages. Yes, definitely true. All books are words. Now all books are words. Yes, according to diagram this is also true. Some letters are words. Some letters are words. Yes, there are, see, out of this whole letters, this much of the letters are words. Yes, true. Then this is also right. Now see, all letters are words. Are all letters words? No. There are these possible units which are not words. So this statement is not true. As per our given diagram, this statement is not true. Now, you remember I told you earlier there is also one possibility of drawing this diagram. All words are letters. Here I can draw words and letters as equal. Okay. Then this line will extend and it will cover all letters. In that case, is this statement true? All letters are words? Yes, in that case this statement is true. But in this case, in the initial case, this statement is wrong. So when you encounter a possibility that in one case it is right, in one case it is wrong, you always have to mark it as wrong, because whenever uncertain statements are there, you always have to mark it wrong, because there is more than one answer. Okay, you can't definitely say it is right in one possibility, so it is right. No. Okay, it is always wrong. Let us say, let us take the fifth statement. Some pages are not letters. Okay, some pages are not letters. No, it is not true. Pages are already inside letters, so this is not true. No page is a letter. No page is a letter. This is also not true. Page is already covered in letter, so this is also not possible. No letter is a word. No letter is a word. This is also not true. Everybody shares something, so this statement is also false. Some words are not letters. See, there are some words which are not letters. No, there is not even a single unit of words which is not letter. It is already covered in letters, so this is also not wrong. So this was the first basic examples I took to show you the diagram and how you have to mark accordingly. Let us take one more example. Okay, so let us take the next example. Some pens are not pencils. Some pens are not pencils, and some pencils are not eraser. Okay, this is what I hope everybody also drew. Now let us look at the conclusion. Some pens are not pencils. Some pens are not pencils. Right, this is definitely right, as you can see from the diagram. The next is, some erasers are not pens. Some erasers are not pens. Now you see, there is no relation between pens and eraser whatsoever. When there is no relation, you cannot say for definite that some erasers are not pens. Since there is no relation at all between them, you don't have to change the diagram and make some relation and prove this conclusion is right. No, you always draw the diagram according to the statement. You don't draw the diagram according to conclusion. So since there is no relation, this conclusion is wrong. No pen is a pencil. Now this is a little bit important. See, what they have given is some pens are not pencil. That means there are some part, there is definitely at least one unit which is not pencil. Okay, that is at least one pen which is not pencil. Here they are telling no pen is a pencil. That means they have covered whole of the pens and they are telling no pen. That means there is no relation whatsoever. All of them are not pencils. As we have encountered earlier slide, that this is also a possibility. Okay, when you draw this statement, this is also a possibility. When I cover this some part to whole part, there is also possibility. But always remember, when there is possibility of this and that, when there is uncertainness, you always have to mark the answer as no. Okay, because certainly you cannot say that no pen is a pencil. This might be a possibility, as this might be also a possibility, but are you definitely sure? No, you are not. So this will be wrong. Okay, always remember, whenever you are uncertain, whenever there is more than one possibility, always the answer is no. Okay, now let's proceed. No eraser is a pen. No eraser is a pen. When there is no relation whatsoever, you always mark it as a no. You don't try and make a relationship between them. No. Okay, we always have to go by statements, not by conclusions. Now the fifth one is, all pens are pencils. All pens are pencils. No, it is definitely wrong. There is not even a possibility. This is definitely wrong. Some pens are erasers. See, there are some pens which are erasers. Now I again repeat that there might be some students that they will change the diagram and say that, oh, this, let us consider a eraser here and make this statement true. That no, Always remember, don't change the diagram firstly. When you first draw the diagram, that is it. You don't change the diagram according to the conclusions. Okay, so when you some pens are eraser is wrong, because there is no relation at all. When you encounter such statements, don't try to make any relation. Some pencils are some pens are pencils. They are telling some pens are pencils. Now see, according to the statements, you know that this particular part is definitely, this particular pens are definitely not pencils. But can you say for sure that this particular part might be pencils? Maybe. When there is maybe, and when you know for when you know that there is uncertain possibility, okay, it may be and it might not be, then you have to mark it as no. Okay, all pencils are pen. See, all pencils are pen. No, this is also wrong. As you can see, there are some parts which are definitely not pencils. Then how come all pencils can be pen? So these are also wrong. Okay, you can draw it like, some people might say that you can draw pencils like this and say that this part of pencil is not pencil, but this is pencil. That means this will give rise to another possibility, and say, okay, this is not pens, but this much part of the pens are pencils. Then I will again tell you, this is another possibility which your head has created. So when there is more than one possibility, the answer is always wrong. Okay. Okay, let us start with the another example. No cloud is books. No cloud, this is cloud. No cloud is book. No book is laptop. So this is the book and this is the laptop. As we can see, there is no relation and we have to do accordingly. They are saying no book is cloud. No book is cloud. True, there is no relation. No cloud is book. No cloud is book. This is also right. This is also right. Some books are not cloud. Yes, there are books which are not cloud. Now I will tell you one shortcut. See, when they are, there is no possibility. Okay, there is no possibility. Of course, there is, according to statement, there is not even a single possibility that this and this has even one unit in common. So when you know for sure and there is no, not statements in the conclusions, they are, what are they telling you actually? That, see, they are telling a negativity about them, that no, this is that, no, this is that, some of them are not that, some of them are not this. Then they are actually proving that there is no possibility. When you understand the statement, they are telling that no, this, no book is cloud. They are telling us that there is no possibility. They are telling some books are not cloud. They are also, that means this statement is also telling that there is some books which are not there. Now we know that no book is there, but they are also giving us a possibility of negation only. They are not telling us any positive conclusions for us to think, oh, this is also a possibility. We know this is a possibility, that some books are not cloud. Yes. So we will mark it as right. Some cloud are not book. Yes, there are some cloud, there are more than one cloud which are not book. So this is also right. Some clouds are not laptop. See, now there is no relation between cloud and laptop. When there is no relationship between them, you can't say anything about the conclusion between them. There may or may not be, but for now, as you can see the diagram, there is nothing which can be formed between them. So this is wrong. Some cloud are book. There are some cloud which are book. No, it is definitely wrong. All book are laptop. All the books are laptop, but there is no relation as given, so this is also wrong. All clouds are books. They are telling all clouds are books. Definitely wrong. Some clouds are laptop. They are telling there are some clouds which are laptop. There is no relationship between them. This statement is trying to build a relationship between them. We cannot build, as according to our statement there is no relationship, we will hold that as true and we will not try to make any relations, so this is also wrong. All laptop are cloud. All laptop are cloud. See, again there is no relationship between them, so any possibility between them is imaginary, so we will consider this as no. Let us look at the either or statement in syllogism. See, these type of statements are most commonly, or I can say most definitely, asked in exams, so don't miss this type of statement, as these are easy marks. Okay, now I will tell you first what this means and a simple trick to remember, so that it will be easier for you to solve. See, either or, at any given point of time, if you have two statements in front of you, okay, what either or simply means is, if A statement is right, B should be false. The most easy example of this is a coin. If you toss a coin in air, you know it will be either tail or it will be either head. Can you say, oh, it is both tails or it is both heads? No. When it is tails, it should not be heads, or when it is heads, it should not be tail. This is the simple logic which you should follow in either or statement. Now see, to make your life more easier while solving syllogism, try to remember these three conditions which I have given and apply them. If all of them are true for between any two statements, it is its answer is always either or. Now you will come to know more about it when I solve this with examples. For now, let us understand what this means. See, both conclusions must be individually doubtful or uncertain. What it means is, when you solve a question, okay, and you draw the Venn diagram, and when this statement, you come across this statement, you know the answer is right and there cannot be any other possibilities, then it will not be fitting into this statement. That statement has to be doubtful. Like here, either tail or head, I don't know which one, I can't say. So when you come across can't say type of situations, when there is uncertainty individually for both the statements, that means there may be another diagram also. In other diagram this can be true, or in other diagram this can be also true. In such situation, this condition is satisfied. Okay, so individually you are not sure whether this is definitely right or definitely wrong. Let's see the next one. The subject predicate must be in same in both conclusions. See, when two statements are given, the subject and the predicate both must be in same in both conclusions. Here see, it should not be A, B, and here C, D. No, both statements should talk about same elements, which are A in the left side and B in the right side. Okay, same elements, opposite meaning. This is the second condition. The third condition is, one conclusion must be positive and other must be negative. This makes them a complementary pair, like this. Some A are B, some A are not B. See, one is positive and one is negative. It should basically mean the opposite. Okay, so these are the three types of condition which you should follow. Now I will show you with an example how to apply this. Okay, now let's look at the example. Now I have given the conditions on the left hand side, so you can easily read while I apply it in the this one example. Some A are B, some A are B, and some B are C. You have drawn it like this. Now look at the conclusion. No A are C. When you look at this diagram, can you definitely, without any doubt, say that there is no possible diagram for this, no other possible diagram for this statement? No ARC is true in this diagram. But can there be any other diagram in which this condition can be true? Let us see. See, if I draw it, or if anybody in exams draw it like this, then they can draw. See, we can draw many diagram. Any individual cannot, all cannot draw same diagram at the same time. See, now when I draw this, the condition is satisfied in this statement. See, some A are B and some B are C. This both statements are satisfied. Okay. Now this statement conclusion, no ARC, is wrong here, but here no is right here. Sorry, no ARC is right here, but no ARC is wrong here. So is this definitely true or certain? No, there is a doubt. There is a doubt here. Okay, so this is, I cannot say about this statement. What about this some ARC? Here some ARC, no, it's not possible, but here some ARC, yes, it is possible. So this is also doubtful or uncertain on its own. Okay, so we can say that the first condition is satisfied. Both are uncertain. In one diagram this is true, in one diagram it is false, and vice versa. The second one is subject and predicate must be same in both conclusions. See, the subject A and predicate C, both are same in both these statements. So this is also right. The third one conclusion must be positive and the other must be negative. This makes them complementary pair. Now here it is a negative statement, this is a positive statement, so this conclusion is also true. When when all these three are true, and when you have the option only one, only two, either one or two, neither one or two, you have to simply mark it either one or two is right. Okay, so this is what either or in syllogism means. When you simply apply these three conditions, you will easily be able to solve this type of questions. Okay, now let us look at one more example for either or type of questions. First we will draw the Venn diagram based on the statements. No bird is a tree. Now let us draw. Let's say these are the birds, and this they are telling no bird is a tree. Okay, the second one is some seasons are birds. So there are some seasons which are birds, and no tree is a flower. Okay, there are no tree which are flowers. Okay, now let's look at the conclusions. You remember the conditions which I told you for either or. Start applying them, but while applying them you will clearly see that the subject and predicate are totally different. So either or will not be a case here. So you can safely say that C is wrong. We cannot apply C. C option cannot be right here. Now let us see. No bird is a flower. Now, do you see any connection between birds and flower? There is no direct or indirect link between birds and flower. So when there is no relation, we cannot definitely conclude that no bird is a flower, because we can draw another possible diagram and make a relation between them, or we can make a link between them if we draw this diagram in another way. So there is a possible diagram, and when there is a possible diagram, we cannot definitely say that this is true or this is false. Okay, so there is a maybe, I can't say, that type of situation. So when it is there is a possibility but not definite conclusion, we cannot say that conclusion 1 is right. Okay, so this will not follow. Now let us see the second one. Some seasons are not trees. They are telling there are some seasons which are not trees. See, if there are some seasons which are birds, which will be this area, okay, and birds are completely separated from trees, then those seasons which are birds, which are inside birds, cannot be trees. Are you getting? You know, birds are definitely not trees. Okay, and there are some seasons which are birds here. So he is telling there are some seasons which are not trees. Then you can see, yes, there are some seasons which are not trees. You can definitely say this is right from the diagram only. Okay, there is no oh maybe or cannot say. No, you can say from the diagram that yes, this statement holds true. Okay, so this can be concluded with certainty. So that is why this follows. So the answer is only conclusion 2 follows. Let's look at one more example. We will draw the Venn diagram first. Okay, let's look at the next example here. Let's look at the next example here. We will first draw the Venn diagram accordingly. Some phones are gadgets. Okay, so there are some phones. They are telling that some of the phones are gadgets. Okay, the next is all gadgets are devices. All the gadgets are devices. Okay, some devices are tools. Some devices are tools. I hope everybody drew the same diagram and there is no doubt. Okay, now let's see. They are asking either or a type of conclusions only. We will first apply the 3 conditions. Here we can see that phones, devices, gadgets, phones. So here also subject predicate differs in left and right side. So obviously the either or type of conditions cannot be applied here. Okay, now let us look at it individually. All phones being devices is a possibility. Now when I look at the diagram, all phones being devices, all the phones being devices, he is asking whether it is a possibility or not. Okay, means you have to just tell him that I can draw a diagram with this possibility also and still the statements will be right. Now let us draw what he is asking us the possibility is, and let's look whether still the statement holds truth or not. So if I extend, pardon me for my drawing. Okay, if I draw the devices, this dotted line, and include the phones inside devices, okay, and see all phones being devices, all phones being devices. Okay, so I have included the phones in devices. Now let us see if the statements hold true. Some phones are gadgets, some phones are gadgets, right? All gadgets are devices, all gadgets are devices. This is also true. Some devices are tools. This is also true. So when I draw the diagram with this possibility, still my all the statements are true. So I can say that all phones being devices is possibility holds true on its own. There is no maybe or a can't say type of situation here. Okay, so it's true on its own. So conclusion 1 is right. The next possibility is all gadgets are phones. All the gadgets are phone. Now looking at this statement, can you say that all gadgets are phones? Then no. In this possibility, in this diagram, it's not true. But in other possibility, if I draw another diagram like, see, like this, I say, let us say this is all gadgets. I'll make all gadgets are phones like this, and then I will draw the remaining diagram as it is. Let's say this is devices and these are the tools, and I will say this P equals G. Okay, here if you have not noticed, all gadgets are phone, I have make this value as same. In this condition this holds true, but in this condition this holds false. So this is a can't say type of situation or uncertain types of situation. Whenever there is uncertain type of situation, you cannot definitely say, oh, this will follow. Like this was a possibility, this is also a possibility, but they have not asked whether it is a possibility of or not. They have asked whether this is true or not. So you cannot definitely say it is true. Logically possible, but definitely not true. Okay, so we will say as no. When there is a uncertainty, we always mark it as no. So here only conclusion 1 follows. Okay students, now that we have gone through major topics of syllogism, I request you all to please go through the previous year question papers. Okay, it will keep you updated with the trending syllogism topics and questions which are going on, and you will be thorough with the topics if you practice more and more. I suggest you go at least go through 20 to 30 questions of syllogism. See, when your basics are clear, you go on solving with as many questions as you can. The more types of questions you solve, the more pro you can become at any topic, I can say. So thank you for watching this video. Please do comment about any suggestions or doubts you have, and if there is any other topic which you want to be clear about, please do comment that as well. So we'll try to make a lecture about that also. Thank you.